Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you are all doing great. And as per your request, today we are going to study and revise the questions about UGC NET English Literature Unit 5 Language Linguistic along with the concept, and then we will practice the MCQs. Okay, I'm bringing those topics and those units that I have received a lot of requests from the different members and different candidates or from you all. Okay, so, British literature we have covered as per the poll and your request. English in India, if any of you have missed and still have not watched the classes, it's a request. It's very much one short revision for the last moment. You must not skip those classes. You must watch. Okay. So language and linguistics. Similarly, the many of you are saying that you have confusion about the English in India language too. So language, what is language? Why we study language? What and how the language human acquire the language? Where it started? Like when we can study like this, that before starting, in the earlier ages humans do not have any medium to communicate, any way of communication, interact with each other to understand what they are saying. So language linguists, the person who study the language, linguists tell us, they defined us, they find out that how language came, how language form, what are its structure, what are its types, what are their concepts and characteristics language that one should study to understand the deeper. Okay, so it's not difficult to understand if you will study now only, you can revise very well. So language, there are few questions that everybody must ask for yourself, that what is a language, why we study, what is the structure of a language, and different forms of language. Only human have a language to communicate, or there are the different species in the world, they also use the language to communicate to their own species. Similar, we are the humans, there are animals, there are different creatures in the world, so everyone has their own way of the communication, so that way of the communication way became language in the world, right? So humans study the language. So language is not only the sense, or only we have to study कि language हमने पढ़ लिया खत्म हो गया, हमें पता है कि language क्या है, इसके types क्या है. Language we have to go deeper to understand, specifically for the higher education students, that its structure, its concept, its form, how it acquire. It's in a structure in the sense internal and external factors of language. Okay, so everything we are going to start discuss and practice with the PYQs. For a few questions I have added, and the MCQs practice we will do. So stay tuned with the channel. Let me tell you, the timing is 8, but since today I'm not feeling well, but still I'm receiving a lot of requests since morning, so I had to record the class. Okay, if I will get delayed 8:30, but your duty and responsibility is to support. Stay tuned with the channel, subscribe and share. Last moment सबका भला हो जाए. So share to all of you. Okay, so let's start the class. So basically, when we start studying the language, premium group or how you can purchase the notes, I won't discuss about that. क्योंकि आज खुद I will take a lot. I do not want to spend too much time here. So everybody know that language. Once we study the definition of language, the language is a structured system, or only we can say it is a system or a medium of communication using the arbitrary symbols, vocal sounds, written signs to convey the meaning. Basically, the language's purpose, इसका जो purpose होता है use करने का, कि we have to interact with different persons, different people, different species, and to convey the meaning. If there should not be any the convey of meaning or anything that we want to, there should not be any language. अगर मुझे आपकी बात नहीं समझनी, आपको मेरी बात नहीं समझनी है, सो ऐसा कोई अगर मोड होता ही नहीं, सो देयर शुड नॉट बी एनी वे ऑफ द कम्युनिकेशन कि लिंग्विस्टिक जो लिंग्विस्ट थे हमारे थियोरिस्ट वो इस पे वर्क करते। तो लैंग्वेज इज द मीडियम ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ स्पोकन, written, and with the use of sign language. यानी कि it simply means that when we study the language and we use the language, we use to communicate in the form of or through or by spoken medium, written medium, or with the sign medium. Sign, we know that who are the people that use the sign languages. Okay, so these are the basic definitions of language. Now, there are different theories and different philosophers who gave the different definitions of the language. According to Edward Sapir, very important for the exam, language is a purely human and non-instinctive method of communication, ideas, emotions, and desires by means of system of voluntarily produced symbols. Symbols in the sense there are words, there are signs, there are structured in a language. For example, let me say, in Urdu, we study alif. This is the ba, pa, and Hindi, a, and in English, a, b, c. So we can say these are the symbols. So in English, we use ABC, Urdu, this, and Hindi, that. So this became symbol and sign. Through this, we use the communication. Different. Okay. Noam Chomsky, what he said, that a language is a finite or infinite set of sentences, each finite in the length and constructed out of a finite set of elements. So language has the set of elements as per the definition of Noam Chomsky. Okay. So I hope you do got the basics of language, that why we actually study. Now I will tell you that why we study and what we basically need to study to understand the whole phenomena of the language. So before starting the whole thing, what we basically study to understand the language. So language has the internal structure which we call the mechanics. Okay. So and in the internal structure, we need to study the sound system. We call in linguistic form phonetics and phonology. I'm explaining this in a very basic. We study how human speech organs produce sounds, like how your lips touch to make a p. Like our vocal cords, we pronounce different letters, and in those letters, while pronouncing, our lips touch, it open wide. In MA, we have studied in a very detail. So, and how those sounds form the patterns, right? Like word, if we are forming, combining the letters, so it became words, and that words, while pronouncing, there should be the difference of the codes. Then, in the internal structure, we study the word building that we called morphology. We study how words are constructed using the smaller meaningful units. Example, understanding how the word unbelievable is made of un, believe, and able. Okay, so the word building, how word build by combining the suffix and prefix. There was the question in last year based on the inflection and derivational morphology. Okay, so morphology, do not forget, there was a very tricky but easy questions it was to tackle, that when we use un is the prefix, believe is the root word, and able is the suffix. So while combining these, there should be the new word. And not only the new word generate, but meaning also change. The sentence rules we call syntax. We study the hidden architectural blueprint of language, that how words must be ordered to make the sense. Sentence structure, we study the meaning of sentence, that a sentence is a group of words which makes complete sense, arranged in an order to make the complete sense. then only we can call the sentence. So similarly sentence syntax is that कि words को हमें इस way में arrange करना है while following the rule of linguist, and those structure should be clear, precise, and give a proper full meaning, then only we can call that a sentence. Okay, so these falls in the internal structures when we call mechanics. Then we have a subject verb like she loves book, English we call, while Hindi वह किताबों से प्यार करती है, हिंदी में। तो डिफरेंट डिफरेंट लैंग्वेज में ये चेंज हो जाता है। नाउ द मीनिंग सिस्टम, इंटरप्रिटेशन, अब लैंग्वेज को हाउ वी इंटरप्रेट, how we understand, how we on the basis of our understanding, how we interpret, communicate, and define the meaning. So language here you can say useless without meaning. We study how symbol translate into the thoughts. Literal meaning that we call semantics. Remember, यही सब आते हैं आपके एग्जाम में, सिमेंटिक्स पूछ लिया जाता है। दे वांट से लिटरल मीनिंग वी कॉमनली यूज, बट व्हाट इज सिमेंटिक्स? सिमेंटिक्स इज in literature sense literal meaning. So we study the direct dictionary definition of words and how they relate to one another, like synonyms we have, antonyms we have, categories we have. So those are semantics. Literal meaning, जो भी किसी वर्ड का मीनिंग डिक्शनरी में जो दिया हुआ है as it is we have used it in spite of getting the new one. Contextual meaning we call that pragmatics. Okay, so we study how the same words mean different things in the different situations. अब same meaning का अगर different different structure और situation के according हमने use किया है ना, तो meaning of those words will be changed. Okay, if someone says it's cold in here, literally they are stating that temperature. That is the semantics. So cold in यहाँ पे ठंड है, but contextually they might be politely asking you to close the window. So that will be the pragmatic कि यहाँ पर ठंड है and the जो ठंड है वो कहाँ से आ रही है? विंडो से, because the window is open. So you need to understand and you have to close the window. Okay. So semantics and pragmatics, these are the meaning system that how meaning convey and what do you mean. अगर किसी ने ये sentence कह दिया है, so what do you mean by that? You need to close the window. तो हम meaning को कैसे interpret कर रहे हैं, कैसे उसको understand कर रहे हैं, okay? So now the basic we have understood that internal factor and the meaning, how the internally factors we study the sounds, words form, sentence structure form, and then how meaning interprets, यानी कि पहले लेटर्स होते हैं, लेटर्स को कंबाइन करके वर्ड बनाया जाता है, फिर लैंग्वेज जो बन रहा है, उसके बाद मीनिंग्स उनके वर्ड्स जो बनाए हैं उस वर्ड की मीनिंग है, उस मीनिंग को जब हम सुनते हैं समझते हैं तो उसको हम कैसे इंटरप्रेट करते हैं। नाउ अब इसके लैंग्वेज के एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स हमें स्टडी करनी होती है। सो इन एक्सटर्नल कनेक्शंस which is based and defined by the human factor. So language does not exist in a vacuum, it lives through people. So we study how it connects to the outside world. Now we have formed the words, sentences by combining the letter, words, and we have arranged the, interpret the meaning. Now we are going out, we are meeting a lot of people, we are going to the society, we are meeting a lot of uncles, aunties. So how we are going to connect, how we are going to interpret, how we are going to, so that will be the in external way we will say language and the society. अब society में language को कैसे use किया जाता है, okay? So उसी को बोला जाता है social linguistic, और इसमें से you can say there are a lot of questions you can get. External जो भी हम पढ़ेंगे, external connections in the base of human factor. So remember, there are a lot of questions we get now from the linguistic part only. So there are more than 5, 6, 8 questions were there last year, June and December 2025. So you need to understand and you need to work and practice linguistic. Okay. So language and society is a social linguistic. We study how factors like a person's region, social class, gender, and age change the way they speak, and that is the dialect, accents, and slangs. Similar example, let me give you a very fine example. English originated from the emergence of the um, Britain, like Anglo old English, Anglo Norman. So initially English was a dialect. वो डायलेक्ट से कैसे लैंग्वेज को बनाया गया, दैट वी स्टडी. तो यहाँ पर क्या है, डिफरेंट डिफरेंट सोसाइटी सोशल लिंग्विस्टिक इन द सेंस, नॉर्थ रीजन वी हैव, वेस्टर्न वेस्ट है वी हैव, ईस्ट वी हैव एंड साउथ वी हैव. सो इन ऑल these directions all the people uses their own language that they have learned through the by birth from their ancestors, from their parents. So basis of that, if I am speaking English and I will go to the South India, so I am not able to understand what they are saying. So that will be the difference, and we it will be we call social linguistics. So उनको भी स्टडी करना आपका इसी का पार्ट है, which we call it in and the external connections. So how the factors like persons, region, social class, its gender and age, there is a difference between the boys voices and the girls voice, you know, and the way they speak, that by using their dialects, accents and slangs. साउथ इंडियन जो होते हैं उनकी लैंग्वेज और उनका एक्सेंट, द वे दे स्पीक, इट्स टू फास्ट, बहुत फास्ट होता है, स्पीड होती है उनकी, राइट. और उनका एक्सेंट भी सेम, इफ दे हैव लर्न द लैंग्वेज, speaking South Indian language like Tamil, Telugu, Kannada from by birth, and once they will start speaking English, you will find the difference in the accent. And similarly, we are Indians, we are speaking English and we will go to the America. So American English has different accent from the British one, right? So these are the external connections. Second, we have language and mind. In society, external factor, language and mind. अब माइंड में कोई वर्ड हम सुन रहे हैं, लाइक मैं ही अगर बोल रही हूँ एंड इफ यू आर लिसनिंग, तो मेरे जो जो मैं एक्सप्लेन कर रही हूँ, द वे आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग, द वे आई एम ट्राइंग टू कन्वे माई मीनिंग टू मेक यू मोर अंडरस्टैंडेबल. सो आई डोंट नो हाउ मच यू आर एबल टू गेटिंग माई पॉइंट. तो लैंग्वेज एंड माइंड दोनों का कैसे कनेक्शन होता है, हाउ दे फॉर्म द मीनिंग ऑफ, उसको भी स्टडी इन साइकोलिंग्विस्टिक्स. एंड इनमें से बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस अब आने लग गए हैं आपके. So you must study psycholinguistics, okay? So here we study how infants manage to pick up a language so quickly without formal schooling, and how the brain stores and processes words. एक I every time give you a difference between like there is a child from the retail, and there is a child who lives in India. So the Indian child will learn the accent, the language, the dialect from his parents. Whatever, if they are speaking Marathi, Hindi, or the खड़ी बोली जो होती है बिल्कुल, या like Bhojpuri or the any Tamil, Telugu language, and the child who is living in Britain will speak or adapt English by birth. So infant, how they manage to pick up the language so quickly without attending any school. तो यहाँ पर उनका ब्रेन कैसे काम करता है, कैसे वर्क करता है, कैसे स्टोर करता है. सो यहाँ पर क्या काम करता है, दैट दे लिसन. Remember, there is Noam Chomsky talked about innate, LAD, language acquisition डिवाइस, जो हमारे बाय बर्थ हमारे माइंड में होता है कि हम किसी भी लैंग्वेज को एक्वायर कर लेते हैं नेचुरल वे में. तभी इट्स लाइक कि वी हैव स्टार्टेड स्पीकिंग विद, हम स्कूल भी नहीं गए, हमने किसी से इंटरेक्शन भी नहीं किया, हम अपने घर पे ही रह रहे हैं, स्टिल वी आर लर्निंग, we have learned the language, we have started speaking, we are now communicating with our parents, our siblings. So that's what it called language and mind, that we study in the psycholinguistic, okay. उसके बाद we study language and its history, and that we call historical linguist. बहुत अच्छे से मैंने कैटेगराइज कर दिया है, सो इनमें से भी काफी क्वेश्चंस आने लग गए हैं। हिस्टोरिकल लिंग्विस्टिक क्या है वो भी। अब इसमें व्हाट वी स्टडी इन द हिस्टोरिकल लिंग्विस्टिक, that how over the time and till now the language change. So we study how language change, mutate and split over the centuries. From, for example, how Old English evolved into the modern English we speak today. So initially, when Geoffrey Chaucer came, he started his own language, his own writing by combining the different letters. So he used to write when with A, and now we write when with E. So there is a difference, right? So this is the evolution of the language विच वी स्टडी इन द हिस्टोरिकल लिंग्विस्टिक कि कैसे चेंज आया है हमारे स्पीकिंग में, हमारे राइटिंग में, हमारे अंडरस्टैंडिंग में और पूरे सिस्टम ऑफ द लैंग्वेज में। ओके, सो दीज आर द वेरी बेसिक। नाउ आई होप इट्स क्लियर कि लैंग्वेज को हम क्यों स्टडी करते हैं और व्हाई इट्स नेसेसरी टू अंडरस्टैंड द लैंग्वेज एंड व्हाट आर द फैक्टर्स। So basically language we use to communicate, and we need to understand its internal factor, its external factor, its meaning. And the first one was the very basic, the internal structure, how we interpret the meaning. Then we have external, and the last one, yes, three factors we need to study to understand the language. Okay. So similarly, studying a language is like studying a living code. To decode it completely, you must look like letter sounds, then dictionary for the meaning and the users, that how the users connect and define, interpret the meaning. Similarly, this is a like a living code. Now the structural features of language, which is based on the Charles Hockett's design. Okay, so we study arbitrariness, which is very important. Arbitrariness, there is no natural or logical connection between a linguistic sign and its reality. Understand, like for example, the word cat does not look or sound like a cat. So here onomatopoeia, buzz or hiss, these are the sounds made by these animals. And it was when I was studying deeply, there was example. It was like कि मैंने पहले भी शायद मेंशन किया हुआ है क्लास में कि फॉर एग्जांपल इफ वी हैव सीन समथिंग एनी क्रिएचर एनी एनिमल एंड वी डोंट नो एग्जैक्टली, जैसे कि अभी भी कोई कोई अगर एनिमल किसी स्टेट में, किसी रीजन में, किसी कंट्री में अगर पाया जाता है, सो पीपल टेक टाइम टू आइडेंटिफाई इट्स स्ट्रक्चर, इट्स सिंबल, इट्स लाइक होल क्राइटेरिया। देन लेटर उसका नाम न्यूज़पेपर में आता है कि ये क्रिएचर यहाँ पाया गया और उसको ये नाम दिया गया है। इनिशियली जब भी हमें कोई कोई चीज मिलती है ना, वी डोंट फाइंड एग्जैक्टली कि उसका वो कैट ही है, वो डॉग ही होगा, वो लेपर्ड ही होगा। बाय द टाइम धीरे धीरे उसको वो नाम दिया जाता है। सो दैट इज वाई हियर इट इज मेंशन कि उसका कोई नेचुरल और लॉजिकल कनेक्शन नहीं होता है जो हम अपना एक लिंग्विस्टिक साइन बनाते हैं। और यहाँ पर आर्बिट्रेरीनेस, इफ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट साइन, remember the Ferdinand de Saussure, the Swiss linguist, gave us the concept of sign and signifier and signifier, right? Signifier and signifier. For example, if we have things saying this tree, so while listening this word tree, you will visualize that a tree looks like, right? So it is our perception. Productivity and creativity. Humans can create and understand completely novel, infinite sentences using a finite set of grammatical rules. There are a lot of grammatical rules. We study the parts of the speech, we study the figure of speech, we study beyond that to understand in language only. And language से ही, if we have studied language, language से ही आपका literature बनता है. Language say the structure we use in the literature before it is set, or we study the grammar, the rules, that how the words, the sentence should be combined. to form the meaning. Displacement, it is a very important. आ चुका है आपका. Humans can talk about things removed in time and space. Like we talk about the past, future, imaginary things or events happening elsewhere. So animals cannot do this. Animals cannot talk about that what happened in the past, what will happen in the future. They cannot imagine anything. If they will think, हमें नहीं पता होता है that what they are actually thinking of, or if they have the thinking ability like human. सो उनकी भी होती है थिंकिंग एबिलिटी, उनकी भी कम्युनिकेशन एबिलिटी होती है. सो बोथ आर, दैट इज व्हाट वी स्टडी इन लैंग्वेज ना, दैट ए ह्यूमन हैज द डिफरेंट वे ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन. सिमिलरली एनिमल टू हैज द डिफरेंट वे ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन. ओके, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये आपका आ चुका है और बार बार आ रहा है अब एग्जाम में. ड्युअलिटी ऑफ पैटर्निंग, that means language is organized at two levels, primary and secondary. Primary level, meaningless individual sounds. Here, like we only form the letters, and secondary, meaningful combination of those sounds. Like we have formed the bat now, cat. Okay, so it is a combination. So primary and secondary, this is the duality. Duality, the primary and secondary too. Okay. Now we have cultural transmission. So cultural transmission, language is not genetically inherited. It is acquired and passed down within a social and cultural culture. Okay. So I hope ये point आपको clear हो गया होगा. Now many of you are asking that what is the difference between language and linguistics. So language is a tool or system of communication using your spoken sign, written sign, and the symbols. Okay. While linguistic, it is the object and scientific study of language systems. अब इन कम्युनिकेशन स्पोकन सिंबल साइन को हम स्टडी कर रहे हैं, इन्हीं स्टडी को हम लिंग्विस्टिक बोलते हैं. इट इज द स्टडी ऑफ लैंग्वेज, सिंबल्स ऑफ लैंग्वेज, दैट हाउ लैंग्वेज फॉर्म. सो देयर इज दिस इज द डिफरेंस. लैंग्वेज is abstract, dynamic, organic, and highly social in nature, while linguistic is systematic, structural, analytical, and academic. For example, if we are studying that how language forms by using the symbols, so we will do in a systematic manner. ऐसा नहीं कि हमने फर्स्ट पार्ट अभी कर लिया उसके बाद we will do the 10 part, and so that won't be any follow that won't follow any pattern or structure. So we have to go in a very systematic manner, the way we do the research. Like, so language focuses on how human express thoughts, emotion, and ideas, while linguistics say focus on why and how structural rules govern that expressions. Scope. So has a scope, limited specific usage, vocabulary, and grammar, and unlike language, linguistic is universal, applies to all human languages across the time. So language has utterance, text, speeches, and everyday conversation, while linguistic has grammars, phonemics, charts, phonetic rules, and the theories. Obviously, if linguistics, the one who are studying that how language combine, form, and give the meaning, so there will be the difference. I hope this is clear to you. Okay. Now, in the conceptual sense of the language, we need to understand object and versus discipline. So language is a natural phenomena. It exists as a biological and social reality inside the human mind and community. It is the raw material. Linguistic is an academic discipline. It is a science that observes, collects data, and formulates hypotheses about the raw material, that is language. So language here it is called as a raw material. यानी कि सिर्फ हमारे पास हमने we have started speaking language what we have learned through our parents by listening. But that is what raw material. But we have not studied that how and these languages have been formed, by which rules, by which set of grammars, structure. Okay, language is just a raw material. Now, practical acquisition and theoretical acquisition. So here language is acquired or learned. Learn. A 5-year-old child can speak their native language perfectly without knowing what a noun phrase or bilabial clause is. Is linguistic required for formal training? A linguistic analyzes the child's speech to discover the hidden grammatical matrix and rules governing those utterances. Okay, just I give you the example. Now, if we have started speaking what we have learned from our parents, so we don't know that what is noun, what is figure of speech, what is parts of speech, what is noun, pronoun, verb, adverb. So बस हमने सीख लिया है और हम उसको बोल रहे हैं. So that is what we call language is acquired or learned. Okay. Now, prescriptive versus descriptive approach. So, language teaching often relies on perceptive, no prescriptivism that you must should speak or write. And language is strictly descriptive, observing how people actually speak without passing moral social judgments on what is right or what is wrong. Okay. Subjective versus objective. So, language is deeply personal, cultural, and tied to national or emotional identity. And language treats language objectively, much like a biologist treats a cell or a chemist treats an element. So, this is the very important part of the basics of language. I hope यहाँ तक आपको क्लियर हो गया होगा. Now there are the branches of linguistics that we study and we get the questions. So what do you mean by phonetics and phonology? Phone means sound, right? So in phonetics and phone, both address sound. So we study sound. In these two terms, we study about the sound systems. So phonetic is the study of the physical production, transmission, and reception of speech sounds, right? Like using articulatory, acoustic and auditory phonetics. अब यही आपका क्वेश्चन में एनटीए पूछ लेता है कि फोनेटिक्स में अकाउस्टिक साउंड सिस्टम क्या है, ऑडिटरी फोनेटिक्स क्या है, आर्टिकुलेटरी क्या है. सो वहां पर कंफ्यूजन हो जाती है. So you don't need to get confused. These are the parts of phonetics. Remember, so in phonetics, what we study? We study the physical production, transmission, and the reception of speech sound. I am speaking here, you are listening my sound. Okay. Phonology, the study of how sound functions systematically within a specific language. So these are the phonetics and phonology. Now, the key terms we have here in phonology. Phoneme. What is phoneme? It is the smallest distinctive unit of sounds like the letter, and allophone variants. Variations of the same phoneme that do not change the meaning. Okay? Do not change the meaning. So in pin versus here it is mentioned spin by combining spin. Okay, so these are the different. There is the similar letter p which we have used in the a word pin, and here we have used in the spin. So p will remain the same, the sound won't change, but we have used in the two different words. So p will pronounce as p only. हम यहाँ पे पी को प्रोनाउंस पी कर रहे हैं, बट यहाँ पर हम पी स्पिन में भी यूज हुआ है, तो उसको पी को हम क या ट या प नहीं प्रोनाउंस कर देंगे, प ही रहेगा, पी ही साउंड देगा वो. उसके बाद वी स्टडी द मोर्फोलॉजी. मोर्फोलॉजी, रिमेंबर, एक की वर्ड स्ट्रक्चर. स्ट्रक्चर हाउ इट फॉर्म्स, हाउ इट स्ट्रक्चर्ड, यानी कि इसका पूरा एक जो ढांचा है, स्ट्रक्चर है, कैसे तैयार होता है. सो द स्टडी ऑफ वर्ड फॉर्मेशन, यानी कि वर्ड कैसे बनता है, एंड द इंटरनल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ वर्ड्स. मॉर्फीम is the smallest meaningful unit of a language. Types of morphemes we have. So NTA will give you the question definition in the matching questions जो अभी तक मैंने एनालाइज किए हैं PYQs. टाइप्स ऑफ मॉर्फीम्स आपका मेमोरी बेस्ड वन लाइन क्वेश्चंस में आ जाता है कि व्हाट इज फ्री मॉर्फीम्स, और दे विल आस्क यू द एग्जांपल ऑफ फ्री मॉर्फीम्स. ओके, So you don't need to get confused. टाइप्स ऑफ मॉर्फिम्स वी हैव फ्री मॉर्फिम्स ये सब हमने अपने एमए में पढ़ा है एंड लेट मी टेल यू इग्नू की जो बुक है एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ लैंग्वेज वेरी वेरी हेल्पफुल बुक एवरीथिंग इज they have explained very well and too deep. So free morphemes, bound morphemes, inflectional and derivational. I told you ना कि inflectional और derivational इनमें से क्वेश्चन आया था. So ये morphemes के अंदर morphology के अंदर we study about these types of morphemes. So they won't ask you the direct, but they will ask you the examples. So free morphemes can stand alone as independent words act cat. Okay. Here we have used a and same word in the different words a standing, but the word will be different. So it is saying that both can stand alone. Bound morphemes cannot stand alone, must be attached to a free morpheme that is here like you are using un, which is the prefix and suffix ing. So we are using any word. For example, the word we have used now, believable. Believable, the meaning is different. But if we are going to change the word, change the meaning of believable, so we have to use the prefix which is the bound morphemes. So bound morphemes, free morphemes can stand alone, give the different words, alone words, and bound morphemes need help or need to attach and take the help of free morphemes to form the word. Okay. So ये हम word prefix and suffix use करते हैं to form the words. Inflectional, it changes the grammatical form, not the core meaning or the part of speech. For example, cat, cats, walk or walked. So ये grammatical का जो form है या फिर we use the singular or plural part. So we just use or add any letter. But the meaning remains the same. Okay. Derivational अब यहाँ पे cat है one cat if we are talking about and cats more cats. मोर देन वन कैट्स सो वो उतने ही रहेंगी बिल्ली बिल्ली ही रहेगी मीनिंग चेंज बिल्ली का शेर नहीं हो जाएगा एंड वॉक वॉकड ओके सिर्फ यहाँ पे टाइम चेंज हो जाएगा मीनिंग वही रहेगा डेरिवेशनल क्रिएट्स कंप्लीटली न्यू वर्ड्स और चेंज द पार्ट ऑफ स्पीच pure and purity so pure is a here you are forming noun and adjectives so derivational pure आपका adjective है which is शुद्ध so purity आपका noun हो जाता है शुद्धता दोनों की meaning change हो जाती है यहाँ पे it creates completely new words totally completely new words or change the parts of speech okay तो आपको प्रैक्टिस इनकी करनी है इनके ज्यादा से ज्यादा आपको एग्जाम्पल्स समझने हैं जैसे यहाँ पे समझाया गया है that I have added in this PDF, you need to understand, you need to you need to do practice of examples क्योंकि आपसे एग्जाम्पल्स ज्यादा पूछे जाएंगे सभी को पता है कि आपको मॉर्फोलॉजी की नॉलेज है आपको सिमेंटिक्स की नॉलेज है बट एग्जाम्पल्स में कंफ्यूजन हो जाती है तो आपको एग्जाम्पल्स की प्रैक्टिस की जरूरत है ओके Now we have studied the sound, the system, and now how structure, syntax and sentence is structured. Sentence कैसे बनता है? So the study of rules governing how words combine to form the phrases, clauses, and sentences. Okay. So focuses on generative grammar according to Chomskyan syntax, Noam Chomsky, and the distinction between deep concept, deep structure, and surface structure. So they won't directly ask you the meaning of the sentence structure, but they will ask you this. Okay. So deep structure, the underlying semantics, abstract meaning of a sentence और the actual spoken और the written linear order of the words वो आपका surface structure होता है और ये आपका deep structure होता है semantics and pragmatics both are formed to give meaning so semantics is the study of literal linguistic meaning of the words and sentences independent of the context while pragmatics the study of meaning in context like according to the situation meaning changes okay and this semantics gives the literal meaning like the exact dictionary meaning. So it looks at how speaker intention, hidden meanings, and social situations affect the communications. So here we study the speech act theory, which is by J.L. Austin. Very, very important and very important for the exam. Okay. यहाँ पे now let me give you few PYQs I have added to explaining this type of question they will give you, they will ask. So we have studied that how language forms, formation of letter, okay, then structure, sound, factors, and concepts. लैंग्वेज कैसे बनता है, कैसे उसको एक्वायर किया जाता है, उसके इंटरनल एक्सटर्नल फैक्टर्स क्या है, मीनिंग को कैसे इंटरप्रेट किया जाता है, वो सब अब उसी नाउ व्हाट वी हैव स्टडीड दीज आर द वेरी बेसिक्स ऑफ द लिंग्विस्टिक लैंग्वेज. ओके, सो नाउ देयर आर द थियोरिस्ट हु विल एसोसिएट विथ दिस. अब इसको किसी ने वर्ड फॉर्मेशन की स्टडी की है, किसी ने स्ट्रक्चर की स्टडी की है, किसी ने साउंड की स्टडी की है, किसी ने फैक्टर की, किसी ने कॉन्सेप्ट की. तो अब हमें उन थियोरिस्ट के अकॉर्डिंग जाना है. एंड एवरीवन हैज देयर शेयर देयर ओन व्यूज बेसिस ऑन देयर रिसर्च. उन्हीं का क्वेश्चंस पूछ लिया जाता है और वही आपका यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन दिया हुआ है दैट हु फर्स्ट डेवलप द नोशन ऑफ कॉम्पिटेंस एंड परफॉर्मेंस इन अ language study. Okay, so competence and performance is associated with Noam Chomsky. Remember, competence and performance is also somehow attributed or have the similarity of Lang and Parole, which is a concept by Ferdinand de Saussure. Okay, the Swiss linguistic. Lang and Parole. How we speak the language and how we act. So this is the concept of Noam Chomsky. We will study this in detail later. Noam Chomsky here introduced this competence and an idealized capacity of a speaker. Everyone has their different mindset to acquire the language. मैंने English बहुत जल्दी सीख ली and for example, I am speaking here. So there are many of the students through the poll. If I ask you that in which language I should teach, so many of you will say that fully English, and many of you will say that English, like Hindi और English दोनों को combine करके. So they are the students who have acquired the English based on their own capacity, but they have not. So that is the competence. कि आपकी competency, आपकी capacity कितनी है किसी language को acquire करने की. आपने English कैसे इतनी जल्दी सीख ली और दूसरा same class का same session का क्यों नहीं सीख पाया. Similarly, we have the performance, the actual utterance of the language. In his syntactic theories, here also, remember, Del Himes later countered with this with the communicative competence. So communicative competence is a term given by Del Himes. Second question we have, these are the PYQs. बीच में मैंने दो चार PYQs add किया है to make you understand. Which of the following statements is incorrect regarding the Ferdinand de Saussure's description of the linguistic sign? Linguistic not, यहाँ पे the question is incorrect पूछा गया है. Incorrect description of linguistic sign. So it is the correct option C. The word symbol has been used to designate the signified. Linguistic sign consists of signifier and signified. This is the concept of him, given by him. Relationship between the signifier and the signified is arbitrary. ये भी उन्होंने कहा है. Language is a system of interdependent terms where value is created through the difference. This is also said by him. But incorrect, which is not a part of linguistic sign, is the word symbol has been used to designate the signified. Okay. 3 का जो भी example दिया था. Saussure here explicitly rejected using the word symbol to replace linguistic sign because symbols are never completely arbitrary. Arbitrary, remember, there is no connection between the language acquisition, language जो हम acquire करते हैं naturally और the logically. So scale symbolize justice and cannot be easily replaced by a carriage. Next question, see. What do we call the physical space or opening located between the vocal folds or the chords? तो यहाँ इतना बेसिक्स क्लियर होने के बाद ना हमें बीइंग अ नेट स्टूडेंट हमें इतना थोड़ा-सा उनका डीप एग्जांपल्स की स्टडी करनी ज़रूरी होती है। एग्जांपल्स की स्टडी आई एम सेइंग दिस। इफ यू विल स्टडी ना यू विल डेफिनिटली गोइंग टू गेट गुड स्कोर। Since it's like 40 minutes since I have started the class and I have spoken, I have made you understand, but I don't know how many of you have understood what I spoke, and how many of you have, like, many of you have gotten the point, but many of you have not, right? So that's what we psycholinguistic we study. Glottis. What do we call the physical space or opening located between the vocal folds? We called glottis. ये भी आपका PYQs आ चुका है, which is students were saying कि हमें अब इतना basics पढ़ना पड़ेगा. It's not basics. You must study this. Okay. The glottis is the opening. So glottis is the opening between the vocal cords when air passes through it while the cords are close together. We have studied in MA voiceless and voiced sounds, like while pronouncing or speaking the words or letter. Voiced किस में आता है और voiceless किस कौन से words होते हैं, तो ये पूछा जाता है. I hope अभी if you really want to score well now, I'm just telling you, after watching the class you just need to practice of the derivational, inflectional, morphology, pragmatics. You just need to understand the definition for the matching question if they will give, and more question like this question, okay, this question and examples. Please, it's for your benefit, okay. Now see this question. You have to match the following components of linguistic with their corresponding areas of language. तो इस टाइप के भी क्वेश्चंस आपके आ जाएंगे. So there is a matching questions, okay. ये कैसे यूज होता है आपका फोनोलॉजी, मॉर्फोलॉजी, इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आपके आते हैं. ओके, तो ये तो आप इजीली यू कैन टैकल इफ यू नो द डेफिनेशन एंड syntax, semantics, word formation, syntax, disruption, meaning, and sound system. So phonology, phone means phone. We have phone, so phone always remember it means a sound. So phone we can take it to the sound system. Elimination जो आपका ऑप्शन होता है वो भी आप यूज कर सकते हैं. If you have matched one correctly or two correctly, you will be able to find the right one. So morphology gives the meaning, syntax gives the structure, okay, structure, word formation, morphology, then phonology, sound system, and semantics, meaning, okay. This is how you can match. These are the examples. अब this type का question एक आया था आपका previously. The same ही question था ये आपका 2025 का question है ये. दिसंबर और जून, डोंट रिमेम्बर एग्जैक्टली, बट ये क्वेश्चन था 100%. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज एन एग्जांपल ऑफ फंक्शनल मॉर्फीम? Okay, peach, er, and, or ed. These are the functional morpheme, free morpheme, bound morpheme, inflectional, or derivational. You need to understand the example, everybody. I'm telling you. So correct answer was and. Free morpheme stand alone, cat, bat. तो अगर इनमें से and वगैरह होता तो हमारा free morpheme हो जाता. Bound morpheme needs to add the prefix or the suffix. Need to understand the concept. Bound morpheme need to you can understand need the support of free morpheme like suffix or prefix and suffix, okay, by using we combine these to form the different words. Similarly, singular plural भी हमारा form होता है. We use this in walked. तो यहाँ पर ed का फॉर्मेशन हो गया और er का होता है, एक सिग्निफायर में है आपका. तो you just need to practice and solve these type of questions, okay. ये मैंने आपको बता दिया. लास्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. Which of the following statement is not true regarding the word formation? Now for only just concentrate on word formation के regarding कौन सा statement true नहीं है, okay. Option C, more than one inflectional affix can be added sequentially to the end of an English word is stem. So this is not true regarding the word formation. apart from that, inflectional affixes do not change the grammatical category of the stem यानी कि जो आपका root word होता है, understand. Derivational affixes can change the meaning of the word and its grammatical category. So these are the true about the word formation. Remember, more than one inflectional affix can be added sequentially to end of an English word system. This was the wrong statement. Once an inflectional affix is added, the word cannot take any more derivational affixes. This so A, B, and C are true. Okay, remember. इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस, these are the PYQs. इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन अगर प्रैक्टिस कर लेते हैं ना, you will definitely going to understand the concept of language, its form, its structure, its concept, everything. So here in English, you can only add one inflectional suffix. Remember, only one inflectional suffix you can add in the English at the absolute end of a word. Like workers has derivational ER, okay, at first, then inflectional s, so you cannot add another inflectional affix after that. Workers यानी कि s पे अगर end हो रहा है तो इसके बाद we cannot add any other add because workers, now the word is complete and forming the correct meaning. Okay, so work is here the root word. यहाँ पे worker बना, s लगा हमारा plural, तो workers we are talking about more than one workers, right? तो यहाँ पर इसके बाद हम कोई चांस नहीं है कि हम उसमें यूज करेंगे. तो अंडरस्टैंड दिस कि क्या होता है आपका, ओनली वन inflectional suffix कैन बी एडेड, नॉट आफ्टर दैट एनी. सी दिस, ये भी आपका आता है, समटाइम्स आता है. Words with the same pronunciation but different meanings and spellings. We have studied this in school. Homophones, homonyms. Two और two are called. क्या बोला जाता है इसको? There is two. कितने सारे two हैं? And two. Every word has the same meaning but different same sound but different meaning, same pronunciation but different meaning. थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेस अलग हो जाता है, स्ट्रेस इस पे कम होगा, इस पे ज्यादा होगा, इस पे ज्यादा होगा, बट प्रोनाउंसिएशन तो सेम ही है, साउंड भी सेम ही आता है ऑलमोस्ट, लेकिन मीनिंग इनकी अलग है और स्पेलिंग भी अलग है. तो इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, ये हमारा होता है होमोफोन्स. होमो मीन्स होता है आपका सेम, होमो मीन्स होता है सेम, एंड अगेन फोन मीन्स होता है साउंड. तो सेम साउंड देने वाले जो वर्ड होते हैं विच इज डिफरेंट इन स्पेलिंग एंड मीनिंग, दैट वी कॉल्ड homophones. Homo means same, phone means sound. Homophone sound identical but different in meaning and spelling. Okay, आप इस तरह के क्वेश्चन की प्रैक्टिस कर लेंगे. अब ये कोर कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं आपके, हम इसको स्टडी कर चुके हैं. सिंपली आप इसका स्क्रीनशॉट, यू कैन टेक द स्क्रीनशॉट. सिमिलरली आर्बिट्रेरीनेस, लेट मी रिवाइज यू. नो नेचुरल कनेक्शन बिटवीन वर्ड एंड मीनिंग, नहीं होता है. प्रोडक्टिविटी, एबिलिटी टू क्रिएट इनफाइनाइट न्यू मैसेजेस, ओके, that we get through our mind. Displacement, talking about past, future or imaginary things, we have this thing have only in humans, not in animals. Dual structure or the duality of patterning, combining meaningless sounds into the meaningful words. फोनोलॉजी, मीनिंगलेस साउंड्स यानी कि ट है, प है, तो दीज आर, अगर इसको सिंगल हम कंबाइन यूज कर रहे हैं, अगर स्टडी कर रहे हैं, तो ये बिल्कुल अलग है, राइट? इसका कोई मीनिंग फॉर्म नहीं हो रहा है, बट इसको ही हम कंबाइन करके पैट, सैट या पिन और स्पिन जो दिया हुआ था एग्जाम्पल, बनता है. So combining meaningless sound into meaningful words, that dual structure or duality of patterning, remember. Phonology, the study of speech sound. Morphology, the structure and formation of words. Syntax, the rules for arranging sentence structure. Semantics, the literal meaning of the words. Or pragmatics, the language meaning based on the social context. Understood, everyone? Okay, now let's move on to the next. See, from my side, I have given my best to make you understand every bit of the language, और जो आपके पेपर में लास्ट ईयर आए हैं उसके बेस पर ही जस्ट आई made this PDF. Okay, these PDFs have already acquired by the paid members. They are practicing since 3 months. ये उनके पास already है. But since due to the electricity problem, I was not taking the classes. But if you want the deeper understanding, these are the books इफ एनी ऑफ यू वांट टू बी द लिंग्विस्टिक, अगर अपने से कोई लैंग्वेज के ज्ञानी, भाषा के ज्ञानी बनना चाहते हैं, स्टडी करना चाहते हैं, तो यू कैन गो विथ दीज बुक्स। टेक्स्ट बुक्स मैंने ऐड किया हुआ है। द स्टडी ऑफ लैंग्वेज बाय जॉर्ज यूल, Introduction to Language by Fromkin, Rodman, and Hyams. Textbook of English Phonetics for Indian Students and Linguistic by David Crystal. Okay. अब वो तो बिल्कुल बेसिक हो गया। नाउ मॉडर्न लिंग्विस्टिक अब आता है और उसका फाउंडेशन कैसे होता है, वी विल स्टडी दैट। So the one most important linguistic we have, Ferdinand de Saussure. इनके बारे में उतना, he was the Swiss linguistic. He is also known the modern linguist, father of modern linguistics. Okay, his one work is very important. He was the one who gave the concept of lang and parole. Then there are a lot of concept he gave, signifier and signified. Then भूल रही हूँ मैं, बहुत सारे कॉन्सेप्ट हैं इनके। Introduce the dichotomy of lang, the abstract collective system of language rules shared by a community, and parole, concrete individual instance of speech or the writing. He defined the linguistic sign as a combination of a signifier, that is the sound image, and signified the concept linked by an absolutely arbitrariness. So arbitrariness को इनसे कनेक्ट करके क्वेश्चन पूछा जाता है, so you must practice. Then we have the Noam Chomsky, who countered behavioral psychology by arguing that human possess an innate language acquisition device. So language acquisition device is a linguistic term associated with Noam Chomsky. And what does it mean? And a universal grammar concept. He introduced the dichotomy of competence and performance. Okay, you must associate this term to Noam Chomsky. Now there are levels of linguistic. We have studied this, so we can skip. Let's see the question now. जो क्वेश्चंस आपके आते हैं, with the question. Let's try to make this class short. Previous two classes are going well. If any of you have missed the English in India, let me tell you, 3 घंटे लगते हैं रिकॉर्ड करने में, because one short concept plus MCQs is totally difficult and nobody is doing. सिर्फ ऊपर ऊपर बता देना is not actually helping. Even if I'm charging for the notes, because I actually making my effort for you all, and the charges are very minimal. You can easily get and practice. Now 10 days left. So be positive. No need to be panic. No need to scare. Don't take tension. जो भी होगा अच्छा होगा, अच्छे के लिए होगा. God are always with you. Remember this thing. The question is here: in modern structural linguistic, Ferdinand de Saussure defines the relationship between the signifier. ये अभी तो रिवीजन, वन शॉट रिवीजन क्लास है, क्योंकि यहाँ पर बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग स्टूडेंट्स को चाहिए, द वेरी द वन हु आर appearing for the first time. So I have created this PDF according basis on their perception. But इसका डिटेल क्लास ऑलरेडी काफी बार मैं अपलोड कर चुकी हूँ. If any of you want to watch, you can go to the descriptions. You can explore and watch the classes. इनका सारे इनके I have explained all the important concepts by all the linguists. So in modern structural linguistics, Ferdinand de Saussure defines the relationship between the signifier, that is the sound image, and the signified mental concept, what we form by hearing the sound of any word. Fundamentally arbitrary. Which of the following statement accurately explains the meaning of this arbitrariness? Now see the concept. Sorry. Options. See the options and quickly get the answer. I'm putting my effort. You need to watch the class and share so that I can get the views. I'm receiving a lot of appreciation, but I don't know why videos are not getting views. Maybe I need to promote. Many of the students are unaware कि ऐसा भी कुछ क्लास चल रहा है, तो मुझे प्रमोशन की जरूरत है, और वो प्रमोशंस आप लोग करेंगे तो आई विल बी एक्सट्रीमली thankful, grateful, and I will bring more such classes for you for December session or more I want to continue. टेल मी द करेक्ट आंसर क्या हो जाएगा साउंड एंड सिग्निफायर सिग्निफाइड का जो कॉन्सेप्ट उन्होंने दिया करेक्ट आंसर इज ऑप्शन टू दैट मीन्स देयर इज नो नेचुरल इनहेरेंट नोआम चॉम्स्की ने इननेट की बात की है इन्होंने कहा कि कोई नेचुरल इनहेरेंट नहीं है देयर इज नो लॉजिकल कनेक्शन बिटवीन अ फिजिकल साउंड इमेज एंड द मेंटल कॉन्सेप्ट यानी कि हमने अगर कैट को कैट वर्ड सुना है तो जरूरी नहीं है कि जो हमारी जो कैट है वही हमारे माइंड में आएगी ओके वही हमारे माइंड में आएगी कैट यहाँ पर इंडिया में हम कैट बिल्ली बोलते हैं कैट इंग्लैंड में बोला जाता है किसी और कंट्री में बिल्ली का कुछ और भी नाम हो सकता है तो ये इन्होंने बोला है कि इनका कोई लॉजिकल नहीं बनता है उनका कोई रिलेशन नहीं है सो ही सेड दैट देयर इज नो natural inherent or logical connection between a physical sound image and the mental concept it represents the link is established purely by social convention okay you need to explain. So it is not, he said that there is no logical connection. So it is a social agreement with a language group proven by the fact that different languages use entirely different sound image. Okay, just I give you the example that in different countries, fruit के भी names बहुत होते हैं, vegetables के भी name ऐसे होते हैं. I get a lot of confused. I get confused while identifying the vegetables because just seen in the image in the books बट अब रियल लाइफ में जब व्हेन वी ट्राई सो आई आस्क माय मदर कि ये कौन सी सब्जी है आई से समथिंग एल्स व्हिच आई हैव स्टडीड इन माय बुक्स बट शी सेड समथिंग एल्स ओके सो देयर इज अ डिफरेंस नाउ ये इस टाइप के भी क्वेश्चंस आते हैं लिंग्विस्टिक बाइनरी एंड द थ्योरिस्ट यू हैव टू मैच दैट किन्होंने किन सा कौन सा कॉन्सेप्ट दिया है लैंग एंड पैरोल कॉम्पिटेंस एंड परफॉर्मेंस सिग्निफायर एंड सिग्निफाइड ये आ गए हैं देयर इज कंफ्यूजन आई गेस यस Lang parole and signifier and signified both are the concept of continuity social तो ये कॉम्पिटेंस इनके पास चला जाएगा और ये इनके पास चला जाएगा पर्टिनेंट डिसोर्शन का नाम दो बार हो जाता है you know while during the lockdown while pursuing my MA, I had a like blog, you can say. So while preparing my notes now, I used to write on my laptop because दिन में तो कोई काम था नहीं and whole time we just get bored. So I used and I still have that site. I want to renovate, revise and start again. There are a lot of helpful concept regarding this I have uploaded in the form of notes. So I like spending my time researching and making these type of notes things to understand anything. अगर मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आता मैं उसके अंदर जाकर I go deeply and try to find different things relate and then understand with the examples. So there are a lot of important things. One notes I have given and I got a huge appreciation from the abroad students is epithalamion and prothalamion by Edmund Spencer I have written on. So here Saussure uses Lang for the structural code and Parole for the individual execution, individual speech. Okay. Chomsky introduced competence that means internal rule map and performance surface application. How you apply the language. Okay, that is the performance. Structurals such as basic anatomy, linguistic science, sign and signifier. Now let's see the next question. If you want this PDF for your own practice now, so you can just single unit charges, let me tell you, for 949 rupees, you can just pay and get the 100 plus questions are there with the basic concepts of linguistic. Basic concepts of linguistic, you can get this PDF right now. Okay. The question is you have to raise the following landmark historical events, philological shifts, and publication milestones in the history of English linguistics in the correct chronological order. So there is the work you have to arrange. The publication of Noah Webster's An American Dictionary of the Language, Sir William Jones' declaration of the shared ancestral root of Sanskrit, Greek, and the Latin, the compilation of Anglo-Saxon Chronicle under King Alfred the Great, and the completion of the first edition of the Oxford English Dictionary. Chronology. So correct chronological order is CBAD. What are the options? हो जाता है. एंग्लो सेक्शन की बात की जा रही है, so obviously this will be first. Anglo-Saxon Chronicle was initiated in the late 9th century to document Old English history. Okay, Sir William Jones delivered his historic lecture to the Asiatic Society in the Calcutta in 1786, sparking the comparative philology. Noah Webster published his dictionary in 1828, codifying the American English spelling standards away from the British ones. And the first full edition of the OED was completed in 1928 after the decades of collaborative historical lexicography. Okay, now see this question. Up, you must read the questions, everyone. The question is here. In his transformative book Syntactic Structure 1957, कुछ book के नाम भी याद करने पड़ेंगे with the year and this theorist. Noam Chomsky demonstrates that a sentence can be completely grammatical according to the structural rules while remaining entirely devoid of semantic sense. Okay, which of the following iconic phrase did he invent to prove this point? The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Colorless green ideas sleep furiously. To be or not to be, that is the question, or I think, therefore I am. What he said. Understand the question. कि उनका वर्क है द सिंटैक्टिक स्ट्रक्चर 1957. इन दिस वर्क ही डेमोन्स्ट्रेट कि सेंटेंस जो है कैन बी कंप्लीटली ग्रामेटिकल, कि सेंटेंस हमारा एज पर द रूल्स ऑफ ग्रामर बिल्कुल उसके अकॉर्डिंग ही होगा टू स्ट्रक्चर रूल्स व्हाइल रिमेनिंग एंटायरली डिवॉइड ऑफ सिमेंटिक सेंस, कि उसका कोई मीनिंग भी फॉर्म हो या ना हो, सिमेंटिक यानी कि मीनिंग, बट स्टिल इट विल फॉलो द प्रॉपर स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द रूल्स, ग्रामर रूल्स. तो यहाँ पर अपने पॉइंट को प्रूव करने के लिए व्हाट एग्जांपल, what point he has given, you have to find out. So which is option 2 is the correct answer. Colorless green ideas sleep furiously. Okay, it means to show the independence of the syntax from the semantics, the sentence perfectly follows English structural rules. Okay, that means there is adjective, adjective plus noun, verb, and adverb, making it syntactically correct. Yet it is semantically impossible because ideas cannot be green or colorless, nor can they sleep furiously. Okay, so this is what he trying to say. Now, subfield and technical definitions. ऐसे questions आ जाते हैं everyone. कैसे करूँ? Phonetics, morphology, syntax, and pragmatics. You have to tell the correct answer, match them. If you know the definition, if you know the concept correctly. So here is the correct answer. Everyone, phonetics, you can match with the phonetics that deals with the raw physical biology and acoustic of speech sound. Morphology maps how stems, prefix, and suffix bundle together. Okay. Syntax rules outline the sentence trees and grammar tracks of a language. Pragmatics looks at hidden meanings and behind the literal expressions. Okay. See the next question. The Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, also known as the principle of linguistic relativity, is a major concept in social linguistics. Which of the following statements accurately summarize its core argument? Sapir and Whorf hypothesis, both students and teacher. Options. Please share to all of the English literature students so that they can also practice and channel get boost. You help Your one support, your one share will make a difference. Correct answer, everyone. Option 2, the specific structure of language profoundly shapes, limits, and conditions the way in which its speakers perceives, categorize, and think about the world around them. This was their सेपियर वर्क हाइपोथेसिस कि हमारे अराउंड जो वर्ल्ड है उसको हम कैसे सेंस करते हैं, उसको परसीव करते हैं और कैसे उसको अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं. ये दोनों टीचर, बोथ टीचर एंड स्टूडेंट्स हैव made this theory. Formulated by Edward Sapir and Benjamin Lee Warford, he was the student of Edward Sapir. Linguistic relativity argues that language acts as an active lens. If a language has multiple distinct words for variations of a concept, so its speakers will notice and categorize those subtle physical variations in reality far more accurately than speakers of language that lacks those specific vocab. Okay? Now there is a question in the previous exam too. There were more than 10 or 8 to 10 questions previously. So you can imagine combining, if you will multiply by 2, 20, 18 to 20 marks आपके questions linguistics से आ रहे हैं सिर्फ. So Great Vowel Shift is the most critical historical phonological event in the evolution of the English language occurring roughly between 1350 and 1700. It completely restructured. So Great Vowel Shift, it means it restructured how long vowels were pronounced, marking the structural dividing line between the Middle English that we known as Chaucer's English and early modern English that we call Shakespearean's English. Okay. So this what we study in long vowel. So structural shift, during this period all Middle English long vowels shifted upward in their position in the mouth, that the tongue, tongue height. Vowels that were already at the highest possible positions, like while pronouncing the word I, you, so could not move any higher and instead broke apart to become the diphthongs, like two vowel sounds blended together. सिमिलरली वी हैव द स्पेलिंग डिस्कनेक्ट. लॉन्ग वोवल का जब इनोवेशन हुआ तो उसमें ये चीजों हमने स्टडी की. स्पेलिंग डिस्कनेक्ट क्रूशली वाइल द प्रोनाउंसिएशन ऑफ वर्ड्स चेंज्ड drastically, the newly invented printing press William Caxton says 1476 fixed and standardized English spelling before the vowel shift was complete. Okay, it was in the process, but he fixed this before it totally complete. Now, this historical lag is primary reason of the modern English spelling looks so vastly different from its actual pronunciations. Okay, like you can see the example bite. तो bite में कैसे word bite I ही आएगा, bite y भी आता है. तो यहाँ पर जो कॉम्बिनेशन बनता है हमारा ए आई का, जो हमने स्टडी किया हुआ है डिटेल में, तो ये ए आई आपका आई का साउंड बनता है और वाई का साउंड बनता है. ओके, दैट वी कॉल द डिफॉर्म और ग्रेट वोवल शिफ्ट. ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन वोवल का कैसे हुआ, तो वोवल साउंड हमारे लेटर हैं इंग्लिश में. नाउ द क्वेश्चन इज ग्रेट वोवल शिफ्ट इज डिफाइनिंग हिस्टोरिकल माइलस्टोन्स इन इंग्लिश फोनोलॉजी. Which of the following statements accurately describe the structural nature of this phonetic transformation? See the options. So correct answer everyone is option 2. Okay, that means a great vowel shift. It caused all long vowels in Middle English to change their pronunciation by shifting upward in tongue height, while the highest long vowels became diphthongs. जो highest थे वो क्या बन गए, dip यानी कि double. So great vowel shift exclusively targeted long vowels. यानी कि great vowel shift majorly जो transformation हुआ वो long vowels में हुआ. For example, the Middle English word fifth pronounced like modern English FEEF. So earlier it was written like FIF. So in now modern English we write this combining the double E. Shifted upward to become the early modern English 5, pronounced with the diphthong AI, because printing press fixed spelling rules during this vocal transition and English retained its old Middle English spelling conventions alongside its newly shifted the pronunciations. Okay, तो ये आपको थोड़ा सा ना और स्टडी करना पड़ेगा अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए, बट मेजरली इफ यू डू नॉट हैव टाइम यू कैन जस्ट प्रैक्टिस while having the lot of questions and examples. Now, these are the questions also match. You have to match the major historical sounds, law or the language change phenomena. लॉ फिनोमिना ग्रीम्स लॉ है, वर्नर्स लॉ, इनके अकॉर्डिंग जो इनका फोकस है मेजरली वो क्या है? वर्नर्स लॉ, द ग्रेट वोवल शिफ्ट एंड एसिमिलेशन। ऐसे ऐसे क्वेश्चंस स्क्रीन पे भी आते हैं, लाइक एनटी का, लाइक डूइंग दिस आई फील लाइक एनटी का जो स्क्रीन होता है वो अब मैं स्क्रॉल कर रही हूँ, फिट नहीं होता स्क्रीन पे, अप एंड डाउन करना पड़ता है, अप एंड डाउन। Do not miss subscribe and share if any of you are watching for the first time. I bring everything to the live class. Okay, I do not ask you. I just now since took a lot of effort and time, so that's the minimal charges. Otherwise, everything free of cost you will get by this channel. So A with second you can match. Grimm's law, formulated by Jacob Grimm, is the foundational law of the Germanic philology mapping regular consonant shift. Okay. Werner's law resolved the structural exceptions to Grimm's law by the demonstrating the ये इसका नोट्स भी है मेरे पास ग्रीम्स इनकी लॉस के ऊपर। पहले we have discussed actually the theorist, linguistic theorist. So majorly you have to study the Ferdinand de Saussure, J.L. Austin, the speech act theory के काफी questions बन रहे हैं. Then Noam Chomsky and one of them too. Assimilation is an ongoing articulatory shortcut where the mouth alters a sound to make it blend easily with the next sound. Okay, so remember. Next you have to arrange. ये भी questions आपके आते हैं. Arrange the following structural historical periods of the English language in the correct chronological order of their evolution. Middle English, Old English, Early Modern and Late Modern. ये तो नाम से ही पता लग रहा है कि Old English first होगा, that is B. Then we have the Early Modern will be C. Late Modern D. नहीं, Middle English आएगा, Early के बाद Middle आएगा, तो यहाँ पर आएगा A. B C B A C D. So Middle English, then Early and Late Modern. So Old English spans from roughly 450 to 1100 AD, characterized by synthetic grammar and complex noun inflections. Remember, there was lot of use of the alliteration during this age. Okay. Middle English runs from 1100 to 1500, initiated by the Norman Congress, losing many inflections and incorporating massive French vocabulary. Because they were rejecting that, that's why Geoffrey Chaucer brought the evolution. Early modern English covers the era of Caxton, Shakespeare, and the Great Vowel Shift. Okay, early modern. Late modern English stretches from the present day, standardized by dictionaries and the global expansions. How throughout the ages people work. Now see the question. In his structural study of language, Noam Chomsky introduced the concept of phrase structural rules. To explain how sentences are generated by the human mind, what is the primary purpose of these syntactic rules? According to Noam Chomsky, a noun phrase, verb phrases we have studied this. Okay, in MA. I'm thinking कि I will use Ignus book Aspects of Language to prepare notes now. बहुत सारी बुक्स हमें भी पढ़ना पड़ता है, जिंदगी पढ़ते रहो पढ़ते रहो. Correct answer. It's option 2, that means to show how a sentence can be broken down hierarchically into its component parts such as noun phrase and the verb phrases. That what he has mentioned in his study of a language. Okay. Now this question you will get audiolingual method, communicative language teaching, direct method and grammar translation method. बहुत long है, let's skip this. अब सिस्टेमैटिक फंक्शनल लिंग्विस्टिक और इसेंशियल लिंग्विस्टिक डिवाइसेस क्या है, इसमें आपको इनके नाम पढ़ने पड़ेंगे एवरीवन. So Michael Halliday's functional approach and the technical vocabulary used to describe the linguistic devices and sound changes. Okay, so here Michael Halliday's systematic functional linguistic, unlike Noam Chomsky who views language as an innate psychological faculty, Halliday views language as a social semiotic resources. There is a difference. See the difference. Okay, Noam Chomsky views language as an innate psychological factor. We have the natural acquisition of language. We acquire language by our basis of our natural ability. Halliday views language as a social semiotic resources. So SFL is a systematic functional language. Sorry. He focuses on how language is structured to make meaning in social context. Halliday argues that every time we speak or write, our language performs three simultaneous meta functions. And what are those? The first one, ideational meta function, how we use language to represent our experience of the world. Okay, that is the inner and the outer reality. Interpersonal meta functions, how we use language to establish, maintain, and signal social relationship and personal positions. Textual meta functions, how we organize our words to create a coherent, cohesive piece of a spoken or the written text. Okay, so these are the different from what we have studied in Noam Chomsky's linguistic. अब इस टाइप के लिंग्विस्टिक डिवाइसेस आपके आ जाएंगे मेटाथेसिस, एपैंथेसिस, एपोकोप, साइनोकोप. Okay, so you have to study this. What is metathesis? The transposition of flipping of two speech sounds within a word over the time. For example, Old English three-da become Modern English third. See, this is the evolution we call. Breed become the bird. Epanthesis, the insertion of an extra sound into the middle of a word. Make it easier to pronounce. For example, athlete as ath यहाँ पे e add किया गया है. It will become athlete. Apocope, the loss or dropping of one or more sounds from the very end of a word over the time. In Old English, singing dropping its final inflection to become Modern English sing. Okay. Synocope, the dropping of a sound or syllable from the middle of a word, pronouncing laboratory as a laboratory or camera as a camera. Okay, so this is the difference. Here is the question based on Halliday's framework of systematic functional linguistics. Read this question, everyone. Please. How many questions? 12. Oh, we have to complete 100 questions. There are more than 100 plus questions. These type of PDF I have to create for the members who has paid. Initially, I created only MCQs with detailed explanations, but later the difficult topic I have added the concept to. The question is, according to Michael Halliday's framework of systematic functional linguistics, language is structured around three simultaneous metafunctions. Which metafunction is specifically responsible for managing social relationships? इस टाइप के क्वेश्चंस आपके आ जाएंगे. Expressing attitudes and signaling speaker identity. कौन सा होगा? Ideational, interpersonal, textual और syntactic. Correct answer option 2 यानी कि the interpersonal metafunction हो जाएगा. Interpersonal metafunction concerns the social and interactive aspects of language. Okay, it determines how speakers use choices in mood, modality, and tone to take a stance, interact with an audience, and establish authority or solidarity within the specific communicative event. Okay, now there is the matching questions based on the same SFL. Okay, ये क्वेश्चंस आपके आ जाते हैं क्रोनोलॉजी के. जनरेटिव ग्रामर बाय नॉम चॉम्स्की, ट्रेड लिंग्विस्टिक सर्कल बाय रोमन जैकबसन, अमेरिकन स्ट्रक्चरल बिहेवियरल लिंग्विस्टिक लिनार्ड ब्लूमफील्ड एंड सोशल लिंग्विस्टिक वेरिएशन थ्योरी. हैव टू अरेंज देम इन क्रोनोलॉजी. सो व्हिच विल बी द फर्स्ट? ट्रेग आपका पहले आएगा 1926, लियान Leonard Bloomfield's highly influential behavior-driven textbook Language, published 1933. Noam Chomsky completely upended behavioral linguistics 1957, and William Labov introduced quantitative social linguistics 1960s. Okay, this type of question you will get. The question is, in linguistic analysis, what is the precise structural term used to describe a pair of words, such as pat and bat, that differ by only one single speech sound in the exact same position and are used to prove that those two sounds represent distinct meaning altering phonemes? Allomorphic, minimal, syntagmatic, or homophonic? Correct answer is option 2, that is minimal pairs. Okay. So a minimal pair is a foundational tool in phonology by changing just one sound segment while keeping everything else identical, like swapping the voiceless bilabial plosive at or voiced bilabial plosive bat. So a t in both the words are same, only in the place of p you have used here b. Okay. Linguist can definitely shows that the sound substitution alters the entire meaning of the word. यानी कि meaning completely changes. The word is totally meaning give the different meaning. ये आपके क्वेश्चंस आते हैं everyone. You must practice this matching. पोर्टमांटो आपका PYQ है, आ चुका है. Matching है ये. You have to match with the definition, their concept. Allophone, morpheme, polysemy, and portmanteau morpheme. So you can match easily A with third. Allophone is a physical phonetic variant of a single problem phoneme that does not alter the word meaning. Okay. Then you have a B, you can match with second. Morpheme, the smallest abstract structural unit of language grammar. Then you have match C, you can match with the second, that polysemy. It is a structural situation where one single word of form possesses multiple historically related meaning. Okay. And portmanteau, a single structure morph that simultaneously represents multiple distinct grammatical features. Okay. अब यहाँ पे I have added the William Labov social linguistic stratification. I'm not really I'm not feeling really well. I have to wrap up the class, everyone. Sorry. I will get time. I will continue this later. There are a lot of good questions you need to practice. Need to practice these type of questions also. Okay. And this is very important. Locutionary, illocutionary, and prelocutionary. This is the speech act theory by Austin and Searle. ये आपका PYQs रह चुका है. Please do prepare about this. Let me continue this class later. Okay, I will upload in one part. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Let's continue this class later. If any of you want the PDF notes, just let me know while going to the description. EVSM 2025 @gmail.com. This is the email ID. You can mail for the notes or tell me the topic or units you want the class notes or any concepts specific that you find difficult. Thank you so much for watching. Do subscribe, share, press the bell icon for all the latest post informations and content. Take care of yourself and bye bye.